Let me say first off that this is a court of inquiry. It's not an adversarial court. It's a nonprofit educational event. And with enormous energy and intelligence, all of us have been brought together to try to bring out some of the aspects. So if I may, I have prepared an overview statement based on my work these many past weeks. And I want to just say that as a parent and as a patriot, I'm absolutely outraged by what we're allowing to happen to our children. Humanity is judged on how you treat the weakest member of the society. Let me say that although pedophilia, which says child love, has nothing to do with the abuse of children, these children are not just kidnapped and in some cases bred by families as a cash crop. We have people in the United States of America that breed children in order to sell them. And when they are sold, they come without birth certificates, which means it's easier to kill them and have no one ask where they are. We're also importing children by the plane load. Again, children who have no documentation. It's not just child slavery or child sex abuse. It's also child torture because you have adrenalized blood. You have the whole blood drinking ceremony of the satanic world. It's also the use of children for harvesting body organs. Let me just point out that pedophilia does not stop with sodomizing children. It goes straight into terrorizing them to adrenalize their blood and then murdering them. It also includes murdering them so that they can have their bone marrow harvested as well as body parts. Pedophilia is much
This is the original growth hormone.
Yes, it's an anti-aging thing. I have been a spy. I'm out from undercover. I'm under a lifetime secrecy agreement. I've been a spy all over the world. I have created the Marine Corps Intelligence Command. I have trained intelligence and law enforcement representatives, over 8,000 of them from across 66 countries. There is great cause for alarm. There are two great causes for alarm beyond the actual fact of pedophilia and its existence, which, as His Grace has pointed out, has gone on for centuries. First, the elite appear to be seeking to infect local and provincial law enforcement officers with a taste for pedophilia. There appears to be a very deliberate attempt to push this interest in pedophile movies, including movies that include bestiality. I'm very concerned. And this may strike your listeners as way out, but we actually believe that there is a colony on Mars that is populated by children who were kidnapped and sent into space on a 20-year ride, so that once they get to Mars, they have no alternative but to be slaves on the Mars colony. Now, on pedophilia, Alex and I had a 2-hour show on pedophilia that was quite good. But at the end of it, a caller came in and set up a discussion about children in space. And that was then used to do a media hit job on me, which was specifically intended to distract the public from the substance of my remarks as a commissioner on this pedophilia commission and discredit me and discredit Alex. In the 2 hours that I spoke, it was all about pedophilia, not only the sodomization, the kidnapping and sodomization of children, but the harvesting of children's blood, organs, and bone marrow. And at the very end of the show, someone who in retrospect was probably trying to set me up called in and asked about space. Now, there are two aspects actually, there's only one aspect about children in space, which rolls over into experimentation on children, which is long-range space missions where instead of sending a 40-year-old astronaut who will be 60 by the time they get there, you send a 10 or 15-year-old who will be 25 by the time they get there. And generally with missions like that, you don't expect them to come back. And completely separate from that was the issue of whether or not we have a base on Mars. I have been told in the presence of Cynthia McKinney by a NASA PhD retired that we've had a base on Mars for 15 years. There are 10,000 people there today, all adults, and they're not coming back. Three different things. I believe that my 2-hour show with Alex Jones and my talking about the book that's coming out and the Pedophilia Commission, for which I'm the U.S. envoy, talking to Jeff Sessions and others, authorized to talk to Jeff Sessions, I think that scared the crap out of one specific media pedophile. And I believe that a hit job was ordered. But we actually believe that there is a colony on Mars that is populated by children who were kidnapped. But we actually believe that there is a colony on Mars that is populated by children who were kidnapped.
You idiot!
You're an idiot!
You're a moron!
What the fuck is wrong with these people?
You are retarded. You are